Hello my dear students, welcome back to online class. So students, today we'll talk about chapter 9 of chemistry, that is D block and F block elements. Okay, so let's start D block and F block elements. So students, D block elements are called transition elements. Okay, and F block elements are called inner transition elements. Understood? Now D block elements are called transition elements because these elements lies in between S and P block elements, and their properties are also somewhere in between S and P block elements. Okay, now the last electron of these elements goes to d orbital of n minus 1, okay, nth or penultimate cell. Okay, so the general electronic configuration is ns1 to 2. Understood? Now ns1 to 2, n minus 1, d1 to 10. The d orbital can accumulate 10 electrons in it. So in each period the total number of d orbital elements are 10. They are present in 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th period of periodic table. The elements belonging to 11th group are called coinage. For example, copper, gold, silver, because they have completely filled d orbital. For example, copper. Okay. Now classification of d block elements. D block elements are further classified into 4 horizontal transition series based on their electronic configuration. So first transition series, or we can say 3D series. This series is start from scandium atomic number 21 and ends in zinc atomic number 30. The general electronic configuration of this series is common electronic configuration is ns1 to 2, n minus 1, d1 to 10. Now general electronic configuration is 4s1 to 2, 4 minus 1, d1 to 10, 4s 1 to 2, 3d 10. So in 3D electronic configuration, two elements have exceptional electronic configuration because of their extra stability. The two electrons are chromium and copper. Okay, so chromium atomic number is 24. Okay, and its configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d4, 4s1, 3d5. So these are two elements having the exceptional electronic configuration. And copper. In copper also its atomic number is 29 and configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3d6, 4s2, 3d6. Okay. Now second transition series or 4D series. This series starts from yttrium atomic number 39 and ends to cadmium atomic number 48. The general electronic configuration of this series is common electronic configuration is ns1 to 2, n minus 1, d1 to 10, 5s1 to 2, 5 minus 1, d1 to 10, 5s1 to 2, 4d 1 to 10. Okay, so the two elements of this series in which are having abnormal electronic configuration are molybdenum atomic number 42 and silver, okay, atomic number is 47. Now 3D transition series, or we can say 5D series. Okay, so 3D transition series starts from lanthanum atomic number 57 and ends at mercury atomic number 80. In this series there are another 14 elements after lanthanum, that is elements with atomic number 58 to 71, which are not transition elements. These elements are known as inert transition elements or lanthanides. The general or lanthanides. The general electronic configuration of this series is 6s122 5d1 to 10. Okay. Now platinum atomic number 78 and gold atomic number 79 shows abnormal electronic configuration. Okay. So now fourth transition series or 6d series. This series is incomplete. It starts from actinium atomic number 89. After actinium, next 14 elements belongs to inert transition series and commonly known as actinides. Properties of transition elements. Okay, so in this we have atomic radius. So these elements are placed between S and P block elements. So in a particular period, atom in atomic radius of D block elements are smaller than S block elements but larger than P block elements. In series, first the atomic radius decreases, then after 3-4 elements, atomic radius remain almost constant and atomic radius of afterwards elements increases. Okay. Now metallic character. So all these transition elements are metals and forms body centered cubic, or we can say BCC, face centered cubic closed packing or hexagonal closed pocket. Okay. Pocket lattice. So the characteristics of metallic properties of these elements are as follows, like hardness, electropositive nature, high density, high textile strength, ductility and malleability, high value of thermal of electrical conductivity, high melting and boiling point, alloy formation. Okay, now let's come to melting and boiling point. So melting and boiling point of transition elements are very high. The trend of melting and boiling point is not uniform. In the series, at first the melting and boiling point increases as increase in atomic number, and because maximum after then the value of melting and boiling point falls with further increase in atomic number. This is because of the fact that more the number of unpaired electrons, more will be the metallic property, and more is the number of paired electrons, more will be its non-metallic character. So at first in D block the number of unpaired electrons increases, and after completion half filled D orbital its pairing starts. The abnormal property is also observed in the elements which have exceptional electronic configuration, and because of that they are more stable. Okay. Now next is ionization energy. So the transition elements have first ionization energy higher than S block elements but lower than P block elements. As the atomic radius trends is not regular, so ionization energy of these elements are not very regular. So the ionization energy within a series first increases due to increase in nuclear charge, decreases in atomic size, and then decreases due to repulsion force of electron of outermost shell. The trend in ionization energy also breaks due to the stable electronic configuration of some elements in between. Okay. Now reducing property. So the transition metals are poor reducing agent, but their standard reducing potential are lower than that of hydrogen. This is because of the following factors. So high value of ionization energy, high value of heat of vaporization and heat of sublimation, low value of hydration energy. Now let's know about oxidation state and variable valency. So the D block element shows different oxidation state and variable valency. This is the most prominent property of D block elements. The oxidation state varies from +1 to +7 or +8. The main properties are as follows. The main properties, like the most common oxidation state of transition elements of transition elements is +2. The transition elements which possess +2 and +3 oxidation state forms ionic bond, and the element which shows higher oxidation states forms covalent bond. Third point is +1 to +8 is the most common oxidation state, but some transition metals also shows zero oxidation state. Okay, like nickel. Now the coinage metals, that is copper, silver, also show +1 oxidation state. Now zinc and cadmium have the stable configuration. Okay, like N-1D10 or NS2 shows +2 oxidation state. Okay, now catalytic properties. So transition metals and their compounds are generally used as catalysts in many industrial processes. The main reason for their catalytic property are variable valency and different oxidation state. Okay, now for example, strong tendency to form complex and unstable intermediate compounds, presence of unpaired electrons, presence of unpaired and vacant orbitals, into incomplete shells, presence of large surface area for reactants to be absorbed, or absorption theory. Okay, so students, that's all for today. In our next video, we'll discuss about the formation of colored ions. Okay, thank you.